I remember the first call I made after the divorce papers were signed. Not to a lawyer, not to a friend, to my brother. "I'm in trouble," I told him. "I might lose the house. I just need a few hundred to hold me over until I find work." There was a pause. Then the excuse. "Things are tight right now. You know how it is." I knew. I knew exactly how it was. Because what I didn't tell him, what I didn't tell anyone, was that 3 days earlier I had won $14.6 million in the state lottery. The ink on the oversized check was still wet. And that phone call wasn't for help. It was the first move in my test. Back then, I still believed in family. We'd grown up clinging to each other in a cramped two-bedroom apartment, sharing dollar store snacks and hand-me-down clothes. I thought that meant something, that blood outweighed greed. But somewhere along the way, things changed. The moment I married Melissa, they started looking at me differently. She was beautiful, ambitious, and expensive. And my family treated me like my wallet had married them too. Melissa encouraged it, said it was good to help where you can. But I began to notice she kept a ledger in her head. Who owed us, who didn't repay. And when she thought I wasn't looking, she added my name to that list too. The first real crack came at Thanksgiving 2 years ago. Melissa was in the kitchen, whispering to my cousin Julia. I stepped closer, unnoticed. "You know, he's terrible with money," Melissa said. "If I don't watch him, he'll give it all away." Julia laughed. "Well, better you than some other woman, right?" Melissa smirked. "That's the plan." It landed like a punch, but I didn't confront her, not then. I just started watching, and what I saw: vacations with friends that drained our accounts, jewelry boxes filling up while bills went unpaid, and then late-night phone calls to a man she swore was her coworker. The night I confirmed it, she was working late. Her phone buzzed on the counter. A message preview flashed. "Can't stop thinking about last night." I didn't explode, didn't throw things. I just felt cold. And in that cold, something sharp took shape. I knew I'd never confront her with anger. I'd take her apart piece by piece, and she'd never see it coming. When the lottery numbers hit, I didn't celebrate. I saw it for what it was: ammunition. Enough to rewrite the rules of my life and hers. Step 1, secrecy. Not a word to Melissa, not to family. I kept my old beat-up sedan, still wore the same watch with a cracked face. Step 2, the test. One by one I called them, my parents, my cousins, my so-called friends. Told each a different story: medical bills, car repairs, rent overdue. I didn't ask for thousands, just enough to see if they'd reach back when I reached out. Most didn't even pretend. Some offered thoughts and prayers. Melissa, when I told her I'd maxed out a card, looked me in the eye and said, "Maybe if you worked harder." Only one person passed: my younger sister, Anna. She wired me $500 the same day. No questions. "Pay me back when you can. Or don't." I didn't tell her, but in that moment, she became my sole heir. The revenge began quietly. I hired a lawyer, off the books, who specialized in asset shielding. We built a fortress: trusts, LLCs, layers of protection so deep Melissa wouldn't find a penny in a divorce. Then I started giving her enough rope to hang herself. Encouraged more trips, more girls' nights. I let her think I was distracted, defeated. While she was gone, I gathered proof. Receipts, bank statements, hotel security footage my PI dug up. Every document was another nail in the coffin. The confrontation came 6 months later. We were sitting at the kitchen table. I slid an envelope across to her. She opened it expecting bills. Instead, she found glossy photos, her in another man's arms. Time-stamped, dated, undeniable. Her face drained. "I can explain." "Don't bother." I kept my voice calm. "I've already filed. And before you get ideas, everything you think we own, it's not ours. Not yours, anyway." She blinked, trying to process. You can't just." "I can, and I have. The house isn't in my name. Neither are the cars. You get nothing, Melissa. Nothing but what you came in with." Her breath hitched. "You don't have to do this." I leaned in. "Oh, I do, because you already did this to us. I'm just returning the favor." It took less than an hour for her to pack. She didn't slam the door, she didn't scream, she just left, quiet and small, the way I'd been when I discovered her betrayal. The fallout with my family was almost funny. They found out about the lottery months later, through a leaked photo online. Suddenly, everyone remembered all the times we were there for you. I didn't answer their calls.